Hi Tark update. This is a video to let you know that I am not going to be in town next week. I have 4 episodes of Terranigma recorded, so I will edit and up those as normal. The NES Timeline and Circle of the Moon will be put on hold since I ran out of time to record those. What you're looking at here is a list of games in my play queue, as you can see on the top of this. These are the games I haven't finished playing, games that I want to play, and requests. And I'll go through them systematically, and there's a little interactivity that I want you to have with this. The top 12 games here, and I'll scroll down a little so you can see the Mystic Arc is number 12. These top 12 games are games that I've started, but I haven't completed. Circle of the Moon was up here until I started playing it again. Games 13 through 17, Continuity Shadowrun Returns, are games that I just want to play. Those are games that I will be playing after Terranigma, because Terranigma is the series where I just play whatever I feel like. Games 18 through 56, and I'll give you a link in the video that'll let you see this list. It'll just be in a different format. Games 18 through 56 are requests that I have received that are in queue to play. So here's where the interactivity part comes. The link in the down there is going to bring you a page that looks like this. And you'll see there's 346 games. I can scroll down on this list for you and see. 346 games. That's a lot of games. So I'm not going to be taking requests right now to add any more to this list, but I want you to interact with this list. If you go to this link, you'll see these games here. They're in the same order. They're just the way that someone else viewing my profile would see them. If you see a game on here that you want to see me play sooner rather than later, throw a vote down in the comments section and it will move up on this list one time. So if somebody comes and says, hey, I want to see more Kickle Cubicle, Birchudor, you vote down there in the comments and this game will move up on the list one spot. I'm even going to let you vote once per video. If there's a game that you really want to see and you're really waiting on it to happen, you've been waiting a long time, or you didn't even know you were waiting on it until now, vote once in every video and it'll keep moving up on the list. That keeps the view interaction high, which is one thing that I really like about my YouTube channel. Also, if you see a game below game number 56, and eventually it's just going to be top 50 or something like that. If you see a game below game number 56, Dynamite Heady, on this list that you do want to become a request, since I'm not taking requests, but I have this list here, you can move games up or down on this list that you want to. I don't know why that's on there, because I already did an LP of that with Tofu Boy. But anyways, if you see a game on the list below number 56 and you want to vote for it, like say you want to vote for Zenbound right here, Zenbound 2, these are games that I have on Steam. There's various places that all of these have come from. If you vote for it, it will come right up here below Dynamite Heady. I will move it all the way up to above Euphoria here. And then each successive vote will move it up in the requests list here. So if a game gets voted for, if Dynamite Heady gets 55 votes, it will be moved all the way up to the top of the list. I guess you would say Dynamite Heady would move all the way up to right here, because these games, they're not going to change. Inside of these games, you can vote to determine, in the top 12, you can vote to determine where they move in that list. So if you want to see Mystic Arc instead of Breath of Fire next, vote on one of those games and they'll move up and down. But the top 12 here are isolated from the rest of the list. So Dynamite Heady could only go up to number 13 right here. That's about all I wanted to say. So I like the interaction. I want to see more of it. If you see a game on this list of 300 and something games, there's plenty to choose from. Vote on it, and I'd like to see how this goes, see how it impacts the channel. The NES timeline is going to remain the same. This list will not affect the NES timeline. I will be playing those games in order regardless of votes. There may be some NES timeline games on here, like any game that's an NES game, apart from games that weren't released in America. Battleship and Kickle Cubicle, they're on the NES timeline, but that I already started them, so I'm going to continue them. Firelight Ice is also on the list. Lemmings. There are some NES games on here that aren't on the NES timeline, like Arctic Adventure and Pac-Land, things like that. Dark Lord. These are games that never came out in America. I would be playing translations of them. So those are free game for voting. Man, that's a lot of games. Most of them are Super Nintendo games because I recently went through a list of Super Nintendo games for the SNES timeline if it ever happens. I was looking at all of the Super Nintendo games that had been created, all the games that didn't come out in America. Some of them I wanted to play, like Rouge no Hiho. I've actually played a little bit of that, and it's a pretty fun game. As far as I'm aware, the games that are on the list have translations. Some of them probably don't. Tales of Fantasia does have a translation. Shin Megami Tensei does. I've actually played a good deal into that game. It's really fun. So yeah, vote away. I want to see what happens. I want to see how this goes. This has been Tarquin playing Update. Thanks for watching.